gotta be Kane. Sorry. Oh, you gotta love Vince McMahon. Always overplaying everything he ever did on the microphone. Every time he would come out, I've got WWE Rivals on A&E in the background. Yes, I've got it muted now, but yes, the classic when Kane made his appearance at Bad Blood 1997. It's gotta be Kane. Oh yeah. Hello, everybody. No, I haven't been drinking tonight. I'm drinking Dr. Pepper from Qdoba. So, and it's not Spike. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to WrestleScope Live 138. Oh, hold on. Before Lucas yells at me. There we go. Greetings from Kansas City, Missouri. Ralph, good to see you. Lucas, good to see you. I'll get to your question in just a second. I still haven't played a minute of 2K22 because I don't own it. I actually don't have anything to play it on. So good evening. Welcome to the show. Got a couple of things to talk about tonight. You know, I'm really almost thinking that I want to start doing reviews of the WWE Legends and WWE Rivals shows, because really it's gotta be John. Hey Louie, thank you TKG. Hi Blake, how are you? That's right, you were near St. Louis. Yeah, you know, I want to talk about that too. There is a potential spoiler that came out that I'm a little bit concerned about. Well, not concerned, but and we'll talk about that in a moment. But what I want to talk about first is we got news in the last couple of days here that two former NXT talents have debuted this weekend for AEW on Dark. Cole Carter, the former Troy Two Dimes Donovan, returned to AEW. He was in AEW a while before he signed on with NXT, and he's back now. And he's got matches. If the graphic is correct, now I don't know if this is an old graphic or a new graphic. Hold on, let me see. Somebody had posted this. This has got to be, I'm thinking these might be old. Yeah, these are old graphics. So I don't know who he faced, but he did return at the tapings. And what's surprising is, well, I guess it has been over 30 days now. It was June 12th when he was released. So, yeah, I guess he's clear. So Cole Carter is back in AEW. Not quite sure what they are going to be doing with him, but he is okay. I'd have to look back and see when he was in before. I remember the name, and then I remember when he was announced that he was going to be Troy Donovan, that he was Cole Carter in AEW. So it's good to see him bouncing back. Though, what's interesting is a report came out a couple of days ago that his release from NXT was due to a substance abuse issue. But again, the door, when they released him, the door was wide open for him to return. Well, he's not sitting around. And he's, taking advantage of an opportunity to go somewhere else. The other debut, which is, I think, more surprising, was Parker Boudreaux, the former Harland. Parker Boudreaux, who was, when he was first signed by WWE, was being touted as the next Brock Lesnar, and then they brought him in and just saddled him with that awful gimmick. He debuted yesterday as well at the Dark tapings. I don't have any details on any of the matches that these guys were in, but the Parker Boudreaux one, actually, I'm very interested to see what happens with that, because there was so much speculation when he was released a couple of months ago that, it was because he was not progressing in the ring, and that's when the whole story started coming out about, yeah, WWE is giving their talent basically 6 months at NXT, and if they're not showing improvement, they will be released. And Parker Boudreaux was really one of the first ones kind of at the head of that. Now, today I heard speculation, is what I'm going to call it, that there was actually another issue, that WWE had found out something about his past that they weren't happy about, which I think, quite honestly, is very hypocritical in light of everything that's going on. And Lucas, you know what? That was the first thing I thought of, is, oh my goodness, he could join House of Black. But do they really need a fourth member? I actually like them, unless Buddy Matthews is going to be out. I understand he is injured right now. That's why he did not appear on Dark with Malachi Black and with Brody King. That's why it was just Julia Hart out there, that maybe they bring him in as another one. But I almost don't want that. Let him... I sincerely hope that if they're bringing him in for a tryout, if they're giving him an opportunity with matches, I sincerely hope he works with, a Dustin Rhodes or QT Marshall, with the Nightmare Factory guys, work with them behind the scenes to really work on things, get him the progression that he needs to become a really good wrestler. He's got the tools. I think the problem that WWE ran into with him was they touted him so much coming in that the expectations were just way too high for Parker Boudreaux. And then they gave him that awful gimmick with Joe Gacy, which killed him, absolutely killed him in the ring. And they never got a chance to really develop things for him. So I'm excited to see what both of these guys do in AEW. Again, they're just on Dark right now, and it's a good place for them to kind of work things out. I really hope, especially for Parker Boudreaux, that they don't use him, excuse me, as enhancement talent, that they're not jobbing him out all the time. Give him a couple of losses maybe, but have him get some solid offense in to make him look good. He doesn't need to come in and look like an unbeatable force yet. But then again, they could give him the Goldberg treatment. Look at what they did. Look at what WCW did with Bill Goldberg. They brought him in, and it wasn't heavily intentional for him to come in and get a 172 match winning streak. They just brought him in to look like a dominating force. That may not be a bad thing for a Parker Boudreaux. Have him come in, have him get some quick 1, 2, 3 minute matches, and basically squash some talent, squash some younger guys, or eventually maybe knock off like an Alex Reynolds or somebody like that, Fuego del Sol, Serpentico, Luther, guys like that. I mean, there's a lot, there's quite a few of them in AEW that they could do that with. Hello, Pro Wrestling Goat. How are you tonight? All right, so we got a lot of comments here. Hold on. Blake, I'm telling you, you're missing out. Dark, especially Dark. I prefer Dark over Dark Elevation. No, actually, I like Dark Elevation more because those are the arena matches usually. Dark is the ones that they tape in Orlando. I like the arena feel a little better, but I like some of the storytelling that they do in those shows. It's definitely worth the time to watch them. No, I didn't forget about it. We'll get to Louis' training update in a minute. Okay. Oh, excuse me for a second. I feel a sneeze coming on. Okay. Much better. All right. I think we could see Killer Cross in AEW. He's going to do his thing that he's doing right now. I would say probably 2023. I don't think he will appear in AEW this year. And that's just going to be a decision on his own. Tony Khan has reached out to him, and they just haven't been able to work anything out yet. Yeah, Buddy Matthews will be back. I just think he's dealing with some injuries right now, so he's taking time off. Cade Meister, no. Raw is not going to be TV 14 tomorrow. The report that came out from Andrew Zarian of that note that came out from the USA Network was erroneously leaked. It came out too early. There's talks of it happening, but it's not happening yet. No, Louis TNT, no, I do not skateboard. I don't have that good a balance. I've tried, and if I tried too hard, I'd fall off and hurt myself. So, all right, let's see. I liked Karrion Kross in NXT. I wish he wouldn't have got injured when he did. I hated what they did to him when they brought him up. Having watched some of his stuff in Impact, I wasn't a big fan when he was in Impact because I just didn't get his character, but I really liked it when they brought him on board to NXT. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm starting to get a sore throat again. I wonder if I'm starting to get another cold. That's a sign of me getting a cold when I get the sore throat. So I hope I'm not getting sick, but I wouldn't be surprised if I am again. Oh yeah, he will definitely have Scarlett with him. He will definitely have Scarlett with him. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to happen. Johnny Gargano is happy being at home, being a husband and a dad right now. I think at some point in time, it's really going to hit him that he misses it, and is going to want to come back. But you look at it, I mean, Johnny Gargano has been out. Dakota Kai, the fact that we haven't seen Dakota Kai back in a ring yet is shocking. I would have thought she would have showed up in AEW already. No, trust me, AEW would not go anywhere near that. They will allow him to come in and be the Killer Cross that he wants to be. All right. Cross is your favorite other than Darby? Okay. He was in Impact. Oh, good grief. When was that? Let's see. He was in Impact right before he came to NXT, I believe. Yeah, he was there 2019. Yeah, he was there in 2019 for sure. He's been in AAA. Yeah, a lot on the indie scene. I mean, he really became big when he went to Impact, and then obviously NXT. So that's when he was in Impact. But he said he won't go. He won't be going back. Here's the story from Fightful on that. Okay, so during a signing with Captain's Corner in March, Scarlett Bordeaux said, or Bordeaux, sorry, Scarlett Bordeaux said, we're never going to Impact, never. Then Cross on the wrestling show said, respectfully, neither of us will be returning to Impact. For the record, many of our friends work there. We are very happy for the success that they are finding. We've had many people in our corner for years that still work for that company. We have never even seen on record. We have never been on record to say anything derogatory or negative about any company we've ever worked for. That's beneath us. There are a lot of people involved with companies per se. And when you have a problem with one or two or three people, it's not necessarily a systematic issue. We're happy for everyone's success, and we don't live in that place anymore. We're always moving forward. We leave it behind us, and that's all I really have to say. Yeah, he's currently working for Control Your Narrative, MLW, and some others. So, he's keeping himself fresh. Not working a heavy schedule, but yeah, he won't be going back to Impact anytime soon. Right. Oh, Pro Wrestling Goat, thank you for the tweet for the show. I appreciate that. All right. Okay, hang on a second. Yeah, he's doing a lot of independent shows right now. So again, he's keeping himself busy. Yeah, I am. Man, that's right. That's next Saturday. Oh, geez, I gotta order that. Yeah, Gresham and Claudio is Saturday. There's a potential spoiler though, and I don't. I guess we could talk about it here because I don't know if it really means anything. But Jonathan Gresham was at the latest Dark tapings yesterday, and obviously they taped for a couple of weeks in Orlando. And we don't know when these are going to air. They could possibly air this week, next week, the week after. But Jonathan Gresham appeared at the Dark tapings, and he did not have the Ring of Honor World Championship. So does that mean that Claudio is going to win on Saturday? And is that the right move? I love the match, but I don't know if having Claudio win that title right now, is that the right move for Ring of Honor? And what does that mean for Wheeler Yuta and that Pure Championship? Because I can't see Blackpool Combat Club having 3 champions and 2 of them are in Ring of Honor. I really can't see that happening right now. So if Claudio does win, I would think Wheeler Yuta would drop that title. and Daniel Garcia would have it, which is totally fine. Do you really think a champion would forget his title at home? And maybe it was just something. Maybe it was something just to throw people off that were in attendance. Because again, with Dark being taped a couple, they tape a couple of episodes at a time of that. Maybe they didn't want to give anything away. They didn't want to announce him as the Ring of Honor champion or announce him as the former champion. Maybe they just had him come out. They decided to do that, and they're going to kind of wait and see. Maybe they don't have the finish figured out yet for that match. I don't know. I honestly think, I don't remember who it was that posted the story about that, but I think they're looking too much into it. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think Gresham winning, but doing it in a way that Claudio gets screwed over, maybe by Brian Cage. Maybe there's some outside interference, or there's a DQ. I hope they don't go DQ. Because Claudio wouldn't be hurt by losing a match in kind of in a shady way. I don't think it would be a bad thing. And I don't really think it's time for Wheeler Yuta to drop that pure championship yet. Hey, Daniel Garcia would be good, but with his new character with Jericho Appreciation Society, I don't think it really makes sense for him to be the pure champion, because that is meant to be, it's not a sports entertainment belt. It's about, the true nature of professional wrestling. So I am going to do a prediction stream for Death Before Dishonor. I'm assuming they may not announce any more matches. I think they've got 6 booked already. They might go 7. But they might go 7. I don't know. Yes, to Rich. Yeah, Gresham is a heel now. They may end up going down that route. Tully will definitely be out there, and Regal will probably be out there. But I like your other idea, though. Have Tully and Regal on commentary with Caprice and Ian. That would be pretty awesome. Who was it that had the comment on Bobby Cruz? Wait a second. Yeah, it was you, DeRich. Yeah. Bobby Cruz is my favorite ring announcer right now. He is so truly pure to what professional wrestling ring announcing should be. And yeah, I'm gonna call him out right now. Justin Roberts. Dude is talented, and he's worked his ass off to get where he is. But he is making the cardinal mistake that no ring announcer should ever do. It's not about the ring announcer. It's about the talent in the ring. And when he does all of his, fancy crap, the Gian, that, and, trying to roll his R's, or, Frankie Kazarian, you've got it. It's Frankie. No, just announce the wrestlers, okay? Announce where they're from, announce their weight, and announce them. It's not about you. I said it before. I respect him. I respect him for the work he has done to get where he is. Okay. But stop making it about yourself. Okay. Tony Chimmel kind of did the same thing a little bit with Edge, but people remember that and appreciated that. My favorite of all time is Gary Michael Capetta. Gary Michael Capetta is the guy that got me interested in wanting to be a ring announcer for professional wrestling. Howard Finkel, obviously, just an absolute classic because, he, because of his unique delivery, he stood out. He had a very unique delivery, but it was never about him. It was always about the talent. But yeah, Bobby Cruz is fantastic. I think he's the best in the business right now. He truly is. All right. Kevin Kelly is definitely going to be on the announcing. Wait a second. Oh. Well, as Pro Wrestling Goat says, yep, happy early birthday to your grandma, Blake. Oh, that's what you were talking about. Okay, gotcha. I will definitely have to check that out. You know what? I might actually jump in real quick and go look at that. Maybe we'll pull them up here real quick. How in the world am I not following him? What the heck? How was I not following him? All right, let's see. Man, he's been a busy boy on Twitter. Holy cow. What the heck? All right, there's some Middle Eastern guy that is a Mean Gene Okerlund doppelganger. Oh my goodness. All right, Pro Wrestling Go, thank you very much for jumping in here. Always appreciate new people checking in. On Thursday? What's on Thursday? That's going to be a great match, though. Gresham and Takeshita. Absolutely. Yeah, Gary Michael Capetta announcing Ric Flair was always just amazing. Hello, Guinness Gamer. Wow, never thought Wrestling Daily would get brought up again. Yes, I am that same one that used to pop in on Wrestling Daily all the time with Alex McCarthy until I got banned. I got banned on that channel because of a couple of comments that were taken the wrong way, and Funny thing is that the hosts, the hosts were not the ones that complained about me. It was somebody somebody behind the scenes that didn't like what I was doing. So it is what it is. You know what? They banned me, and what? 2 months later, the show was gone. You take away the biggest star that was not an official part of the show. You ban him, and all of a sudden the show goes away. You think there's something behind that, maybe? You think? I still have the shirt, though. I still have the t-shirt. Um, um, I'd have to look back on old messages. There was supposedly a comment I had made about Stephanie Chase that was taken the wrong way. I have nothing but the utmost respect for her. She is an amazing, hardworking woman that does a great job. And again, I don't remember the details exactly what it was that happened, what I said. And I didn't, they sent me a screenshot of the comment. Like, well, yeah, that was me, but you're taking it the wrong way. But I guess there was, as they put it, multiple offenses, though I was never called out or contacted by anybody, whether it was moderators or the person that you mentioned, which I'm not going to put that comment on the screen. I was never once reached out by any of them. And when I contacted, I DM'd Alex and SP3, like, do you guys have any idea what the heck is going on? Why was I banned? What happened? And I had to contact, Pete, and I contacted one of the moderators, and they kind of explained it like, and it wasn't even a temporary thing. It's like, it's a forever ban from all their stuff. So, that's why you will not see the WrestleScope name popping up in any comments or anything else, on Wrestle Talk. Now, I have absolutely no issues with those guys over there. I still watch all their daily news things. I follow them on Twitter. I'm on their website all the time for news, and everything else. I have zero issues with any of them over there. So, Marcus, did you need a haircut? Actually, I'm going to be due for one here soon. So, yeah, Ralph, I saw that comment from yesterday. Yeah, it was Dustin Rhodes and the Blacktop Bully. That was awful. Possibly Edge could return at SummerSlam, but it's got to be something that makes sense. Is he going to come back and go after is he going to go after Judgment Day, or what's going to happen? I really don't know. Whatever they do with him coming back has got to make sense, because they're doing these vignettes, teasing things, and I'll be interested to see. We're probably going to see another one tomorrow night. Everybody knows it's Edge. It's obvious. It's not Bray Wyatt. It's Edge. We all know it's Edge. Are we going to get his name mentioned on air tomorrow night? I don't know. We'll see. Oh, it was on Friday. Okay, so I'll have to scroll through after the show and see if I can find him, take a look at it. So, you know what? Yep, it's getting close to the 10 o'clock hour here in Wisconsin. So I am going to get going here soon. Let's see. Oh, Lucas, you had a question. And I guess we could get to this first. So early on, you had a question about my tweet. Well, the tweet that I retweeted from my personal account about the former governor of Minnesota, Jesse the Body Ventura. So there is a story that came out. Here. Wrestling Inc. has a story. Jesse Ventura teases presidential run with a third political party. So Ventura did talk about running for president back in 2020, but there was a health situation within his family that made it so he couldn't do it. He just couldn't do it. It wasn't the right time. And, not to get, I don't want to get into political things here too much, but, obviously he is very well known for wrestling. So he is in talks right now with Andrew Yang, who was a Democratic candidate back in 2020. They are looking at starting their own third party called the Forward Party. And it looks like it could happen. It looks like it could happen. I am not going to get political on this channel. I want to stay away from that. I've seen too many wrestling accounts get into things that they really shouldn't, that that are going to cause people to be more jaded because of different views outside of wrestling. So I'm not going to do that. Now, my personal accounts, yeah, I'm going to talk about stuff over there, but I'm going to separate the two. I just find it interesting that Ventura, who, good grief, he's got to be late. How old is he? Alexa, how old is Jesse Ventura?
Jesse Ventura is 71 years old.
Thank you. So 71 years old, Jesse Ventura, which means he'd be 73 if he was elected president in 2024. Not much difference age-wise than Joe Biden right now. Now, I'm not comparing Jesse Ventura to Joe Biden, and I don't want to go down that road, but I don't know. It's just out there. We're going to leave it out there. All right, so let's go ahead and get into Louie's training update from yesterday. Rolls, bumps, took a package pile driver, ripcord knee, belly to back suplex, and what music? What music did you have music? Did I miss that earlier? I know you commented a couple of things. Did I miss it? I don't think I did. You came out as a heel, made a kid in training almost cry as you shouted in his face. That is awesome. That's awesome. I love it. Love it. Yeah, we're Marcus. Yeah, we're just waiting. Oh, hello on Twitch. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're all waiting on the Ring of Honor TV deal. I believe Tony Khan will announce something on Saturday night at Death Before Dishonor. We will get an announcement from him on Saturday night. And he's going to have a couple of announcements, I believe. Durich, thank you as always for tuning in. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yep, almost 140. We'll be at 140 for NXT. Yeah, to do a WWE entrance at first? Okay. So what music did you come out to, though? Or did you come out to music? I guess that's the big question. Your music was The Undertaker. Ooh, Disturbed. Yeah, anything edgier from Disturb, a little bit more high energy is good for wrestling entrances. That's good. All right, let's see. Oh, we got two. Oh no, here we go. I got it. Hold on. Who is all right. Iron Sheik loves retweeting or responding to things from Bovada. And he did it again. And all right, this is your Iron Sheik tweet of the day. This is a good one, and it's a clean one this time. Very rare for him. So in response to Bovada, name a forgotten athlete. The Iron Sheik, Hulk Hogan's hair. Doesn't get that much better right there. Still taking shots at the Hulkster. That was your Iron Sheik tweet of the day. Death Before Dishonor. It is an absolutely rock solid card. Gresham and Claudio, Garcia and Yuta, Serena Deeb and Mercedes Martinez, the 2 out of 3 falls match for the Ring of Honor tag team championships with the Briscoes and FTR, Jay Lethal and Samoa Joe. That is incredible. That is incredible. And I'm sure we'll probably get one more match. It'll probably be a 6-match card. No pre-show. It's gonna be an absolute. It's gonna be incredible. Every single one of those matches is gonna be incredible. I'm actually interested in all of them. I'm really interested in all of them. For the first time in a long time, I'm interested in every single match on a pay-per-view. There's usually one I could really care less about on any show, whether it's AEW or WWE. But this one, I want to see all of them. And I hope that they add in one more match. I think a 6-match card with, Gresham and Claudio going 20, 25 minutes. FTR and Briscoes, I could see that one going 45. Definitely going 45. Let's see. Wheeler and Garcia, what's the max on that? I think 20 minutes is the time limit on that. I see Deeb and Martinez being the short match. That one will probably go 10. And then Samoa Joe and Jay Lethal, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if Joe is legit injured or if they're just playing it. I see that being a 10 to 12 minute match too. So this should be, I think this is going to be a flat out 2-hour show, which for the comeback for Ring of Honor, the very first Tony Khan Ring of Honor show, I think that's a good idea. 2 hours, maybe 2.5. But I think 2 hours would be a good shout. All right. Okay, we got some things here about Louis. The NXT UK title. Well, Louis, you got to Lucas, keep in mind he's got a little ways to go here. He does. He's got a little ways to go. All right. Let him get some time in, work the indies. He's still young. Ralph, thank you very much for checking in. As always, I greatly appreciate it. I love each and every one of you that come in here. Johnny Gargano in Ring of Honor would be cool. That's actually Marcus. That is a really good shout right there. I'd actually like to see Johnny and Candice both in Ring of Honor. You know, have those veteran wrestlers on both sides. Oh, you know what we're going to do? Hold on. If I can find... Oh, going to have to use this. Got some mail to open. I had forgotten about this one. This one got buried away. So, I don't even remember which one this is. Let's see. Oh. Always nice when it's packed away good. I just have to be careful because I don't think this one is in a sleeve. Oh, it might be. Gotta make sure I'm not actually cutting the card. There we go. That should do it. There we go. SmackDown card, Alexa Bliss defeating Becky Lynch. So add that one to the collection. I got so many right now. I gotta figure out where the heck I'm gonna put all these. If I had room for a frame, I'd put them in a frame, but I don't really have a ton of wall space in this office, unfortunately. You know, you guys on TikTok, you can see, you know, the biggest wall I have, the biggest full wall I have in the room is covered by Captain America. So, okay, you got some old gear and half of it doesn't fit. Okay. Hey, you know, it's still early on. Gargano and AAA would be good too. But I think what Marcus said on Twitch was fantastic. I would love to see, that would be a huge surprise. Gargano showing up in Ring of Honor, because if he's in Ring of Honor, that means he could be in AEW as well, because I mean, we see the crossover. We see a lot of the crossover. All right, guys, I am going to get going. Thank you very much for tuning in. Am I forgetting anything? Have I forgotten to do anything tonight? No. Okay, as far as tomorrow, I don't know I don't know how long I'm going to be on tomorrow night. I got to see how work goes and everything. I may actually end up having to work a little bit later tomorrow. So I may only come on for the third hour of Raw, which I hope it's better than last week. Last week was pretty bad. I don't know what we can expect to see. I mean, WWE has been such a huge disappointment lately. It really has been. You know, I have to agree with you too on that. I really don't think now is the time for Claudio to win that championship. I think a lot of it is going to depend too on if Jay Lethal beats Samoa Joe. If Jay Lethal beats Samoa Joe, I could see Claudio winning. Because do you really want to have your top two male champions being heels? I mean, it can be done, but I don't think it will be. Wait, what is that? What about Flair? Oh, Flair's last match. That's in 2 weeks, or 13 days, right? It's on the 30th, 29th, 30th. I don't care. I'm not going to watch it. I mean, yeah, there's going to be some good talent on that show. I'm not paying a penny to watch that. I'm sorry. I think we don't even know who he's wrestling. We still don't know who he's wrestling. And I think it is an absolutely horrible idea. I really do. Yeah, no, thank you. No, thank you. Yes, actually, well, I have to see how I'm feeling. I have to see how if I've still got this sore throat, it's going to be tea tomorrow night and no drinking. But maybe we will. We'll have to open the bar and figure it out. Oh my God, no, 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 no. The only thing worse than it being Hulk Hogan would be Terry Funk. No offense to Terry Funk. Could you imagine that though? Terry Funk, who has literally been on his deathbed a couple of times in the last few years. Oh, it's being revealed tomorrow? Okay. Oh boy. Let's see if there's any speculation. Uh all right, let's see. Um Oh, I didn't realize that they were doing a documentary um on his final bout. Lucas, I believe that, as morbid as that sounds, I believe it is. Um, I mean, I gotta say, beyond the Ric Flair match, the rest of this card looks pretty doggone good. I mean, you've got Josh Alexander defending the Impact World Championship against Jacob Fatu, Jordan Grace, Deonna Purrazzo, and Rachel Ellering for the Impact Knockouts champion. You've got the Wolves reuniting Eddie Edwards and Davey Richards taking on the Motor City Machine Guns. Killer Cross against Davey Boy Smith Jr., Clark Connors and Ren Narita, Ray Phoenix and the Laredo Kid taking on Taurus and Bandito, Marshall and Ross Von Erich against the Briscoes, and Ricky and Kerry Morton against Brian Pillman Jr. and Brock Anderson. So, I mean, that's a pretty good card there that they've put together. But again, like I said, first of all, I can barely afford one next weekend. I can't afford two. And second, I cannot support this whole Ric Flair thing. I just can't. I think it's absolutely awful. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Oh, I didn't realize that. I did not realize that Terry's in a nursing home. It doesn't surprise me, but that's not good news. All right, now I'm going to get out of here. I was actually planning on being in bed already. So have a great night, everybody. I will be back on at some point in time tomorrow night during Raw. We'll see. See, if I'm going to pay good money for a show, I'm not going to turn it off in the middle of the show. And yeah, Marcus, I agree with you. Yeah, the card looks great, but yeah, take Ric Flair out of the equation for that. That's a really doggone good show. It really is. I mean, those are all really solid matches. Yeah, anybody that's excited about the Flair match, these are the same people that cheered Vince McMahon when he came out on Raw and SmackDown after the allegations against him came out. These are the same idiots, okay? And they had to go to a larger building. They sold the freaking thing out. It's just wrong. I want to remember Ric Flair from his heyday in the NWA, his first run in WWE. And, 95 to 98 in WCW. After that, not so much. I mean, Evolution was good. I will forever love his WrestleMania 24 match with Shawn Michaels. But, I mean, he was well beyond the time of him wrestling at that point. And then he comes back in TNA after the whole retirement thing. That just ruined it for me. Yeah, I refuse to pay for it. And, his son-in-law is the one that's promoting the whole doggone thing. I mean, he's just, yeah, whatever. I mean, Conrad the mortgage guy is like everywhere in wrestling, and it kind of drives me nuts. Right now, the only reason I'm watching WWE is because I do this channel. If it wasn't for that, I probably would not be watching the product right now. And for anybody that's been watching me for a while, I boycotted it for about 4 months. And I actually stopped doing this channel at the same time. Louis, can you send that to me? I'd be very interested in seeing that. Yes, Marcus, you have a question? Oh, I could see Lawler too. I mean, the two of them really didn't have much of a history, but I mean, Lawler could still go. He could still go. Fortunately, he's been a guy that, outside of stuff, and I think every once in a while you may wrestle a match in Memphis, but he doesn't really get in the ring anymore. But he can still. He's got to be careful, obviously, because he's got the heart issues, but he can still go. I think Ric Flair is trying to be like Randy the Ram from the movie The Wrestler. I'm going to go out on my terms, and if it means dying in the ring, so be it. Yeah. And, if that's his mindset, that is so freaking wrong. It is. But it is what it is. Okay. Puppies! First of all, that will not happen because WWE would never let it happen. Charlotte is under contract to WWE. They are not going to allow her to appear on that show in a wrestling capacity. Yes, Lawler did. That's right. That's right. All right. Now I'm going to go. Have a great night, everybody. Hi, Todd. How are you? Thank you for the likes. Greatly appreciate it. All right. I'm heading out of here. Oh, wait a second. Okay. It's one of those situations. Jordan Grace should have just left it alone. I really like her. She should have just left it alone. Quite honestly, anybody in the wrestling business right now, no matter who you are, what level you're on, nobody should be talking about Chris Benoit. Plain and simple. He will. A man that should have been remembered for an amazing career. The only thing he's remembered for is the absolutely horrific way that his life ended and what he did to Nancy and his son. That's all we're ever going to remember him for. So, quite honestly, I don't even know if we should be talking about his career and comparing him to anybody else. So, wait, hold on, Louis. Wait, what? I don't understand the question. Maybe it's just late and I'm not understanding things. Back to this real quick though. I'm glad Jordan Grace did not get canceled for her comments. I mean, she tried to be as PC as possible, but she shouldn't have even gone down that road. And she did apologize. She did apologize for it. It was just, she responded to something in the heat of the moment, and a long time ago, I was advised by a really good friend, and a mentor of mine that, whether it's an email, whether it's a text message, or if it's a social media post, before you hit send on anything that, you're writing with emotion, type it, walk away from it for 10 minutes and come back to it. And if you feel okay about it, then you can send it. She didn't do that. Let's see. Yes, you are, because you are training. You are in the wrestling business. You are a wrestler because you are training. You are in the ring. You're doing the work. You are in the wrestling business. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Yeah, I actually just watched my first Chris Benoit match. Yeah, since everything happened. Watching old Nitros and when he debuted on Nitro back in 1995 against Eddie Guerrero, which it was just amazing to watch those two in the ring again. Believe it or not, Louis, I actually have one too somewhere. Oh, I'm actually looking at it right now. I mean, it's an old beat up one that's not worth anything. So, all right, now I'm gonna go. This is the third time I'm saying it. No, you say goodbye. You say goodbye. Oh, we could talk about him. We could talk about him. It's gotta be Kane. It's gotta be Kane. All right, we're gonna end the show the way we started it. All right, have a great night, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow night at some point in time during Raw. I think Roman wins. All right, have a good night, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow night.